What's up, boys?
What up?
Just a long week.
Agreed.
I'm tired.
Hey, it's December though.
It is December, and
Oh, hold up.
you using the back scratcher last week made me remember to use mine to bring mine up. So let's back scratch together. If you're new to the program, as always, I'm James. I'm joined by my younger big brother from another mother, Joseph.
What up?
You can find us everywhere: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube, Insta, kind of. I mean, I do post, but not often. You can find us everywhere. And if you happen to like us, Joe, what do you think they should rate us if they like us?
5 stars.
I agree. 5 stars. 5 stars. And even if you don't like us, 5 stars.
Yeah, honest reviews are always good though too.
Yeah.
Let us know where we can improve. Rate 5 stars. Tell us how we can improve.
There we go.
Appreciated.
Give us evil comments within reason to improve.
I don't care about reason.
Within reason. Keep it PG, evil.
Don't matter.
and 5 stars as always. So other than being tired, Joseph, how you doing?
I can't really comprehend anything other than tired. So
that's fair.
I'm alive.
Fair. Do you like the tree now that it's December?
I'm okay with it now that it's December.
Have you watched any Christmas movies yet?
I don't think so.
Not even Die Hard?
I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, it is what it is. So I'm on season 2 of Supernatural, and I've come to this conclusion.
Yeah.
Supernatural is charmed for boys.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty accurate.
Yeah, it's charmed for men. It's just gorier, bloodier, charmed.
This is valid. Darker charmed.
And longer running.
Because it's better.
Because it's supernatural.
Oh, that is correct. We watched The Grinch. Well, it was on the TV. I can't say how much I was watching.
I don't want to ask what you were doing, Joe. So we can just.
Well, Shaylee was watching. I was on my phone.
Joe, etiquette.
I don't like Christmas movies.
She'll make a Christmassy out of you. She'll make you into Buddy the Elf.
I'm more like Peter Dinklage.
Is that a Small Chap Club joke? Oh. That was a YouTube exclusive right there.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, we started off the week pretty good. Best game of Thursday Night Football.
Oh my God. In
terms of like excitement, not a snooze fest. And then we follow it up with this week's, but we'll talk about that later. We did kind of talk about DK being a freak, right? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. He made some toast on the field on Thursday.
Yeah,
that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, it was all a good game to watch. A lot of penalties, which is never fun. Both teams just horrendous. I think they're both 1 and 2 in terms of penalties all season.
Can't say I watched it, so I don't really know.
I think it was 10 penalties for Seattle, 9 for Dallas. But I think they were tied for first, and now obviously Seattle would have one more or something like that, and they had over 200 yards in penalties. They almost broke the record for most penalty yards in a game. It was gross. But what I liked was it was the first time that Dallas had this season, anyways, that Dallas had some adversity and they found a way to overcome it and put the game away. They didn't shit the bed. They every time Seattle scored, Dak and the Cowboys had an answer on offense.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboy, I love Jake Ferguson. Please tell me you at least saw his highlights.
No,
Oh, okay.
I saw the hurdle.
Okay. Well, yeah, the hurdle was cool.
I hate hurdles. I hate it so much.
Yeah, it was cool.
I hate hurdles so much.
But he had a catch over the middle where he like truck sticked Quandre Diggs,
Okay.
and Jamal Adams got in his face. And I don't know if Jamal Adams is not a big dude, especially when I don't know Jake Ferguson's exact measurements, but I would say he's like 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah, I mean he's a tight end. He's probably 6'5", 240.
Yeah, and he was looking down at Jamal Adams, and Jamal Adams was just talking shit. And then Ferguson was just in his face, pointing first down. Wasn't even looking at him, just looking straight forward, pointing first down. And then later ended up catching the game-winning touchdown over Jamal Adams. And then gave him the stare down before he spiked it. So I love Fergie.
I mean,
I still don't know why we drafted Schoonmaker, but I do love Fergie.
That offense is looking nice right now.
F.
CD is awesome.
Oh, so awesome. And he's everywhere.
The running backs are lackluster.
Pollard had his moments. I love Rico. Rico runs hard. I mean, he's just.
I never said bad. I said lackluster. Yeah. So where did I lie?
You're true that. I like Rico though. He's a cool name. His name is Rico.
I mean, he's all right. I've started him in a dynasty league a few times because I've been tortured with injuries. Because at least he gets some carries.
Which we didn't even mention. I took over a team in your dynasty league.
Oh, you did? Yes. And then we had a battle. You edged out, which I'm happy about because that basically sealed my first overall pick.
Oh, I won my first game and I didn't even look at it. I don't even know. I couldn't tell you other than the two players you told me for sure, Mahomes and Jefferson being on my team. I don't know anybody else on there.
Let's just say if this wasn't going to pop up later, I probably would have won.
Yeah. I hate that we gave him to mention. Hey, I'm 5-8. No, wait. I'm 3.
But you were you had a chance of stealing the number 1 pick away from me if you lost out.
Dang. Oh, my team's not that bad. I'm just looking at it right now. It's not that. I got some guys.
Yeah, you got a lot of trade assets if you want to do trades, or you got a building block. Just weaker at running back, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, I got some young studs too, in terms of receivers that could become something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dynasty League's fun. It's fun.
Okay. I also I went 2 for 3 and $10 bets, turning them into 50. So I mean that was fun. So on the Cowboys Seahawks game, which I know you should never bet on your team, right?
Yeah.
Well, I can't bet who's going to win. I can bet player props.
Mm-hmm.
So I bet the Dak over on yards, Pollard over on rushing, and DK over receiving yards. Pollard's rushing total was I think it was over 63.5. Mm-hmm. He got to 67 on his last run of the game. It was like a 6-yard run, and he was at 61.5 or something like that. So I was like, oh my God. But, I made money, so it's good.
Yeah.
Also the ends well.
So a genuine question with the Cowboys. As far as wins, have they beat a team that currently has a winning record?
No, because they made the team who had winning records go to 500.
Oh, but have they beat a team that currently has a winning record?
No, Joe.
Oh, okay.
Because the two teams that they played with winning records, they beat them, and then they became 500.
Okay.
Because that's how they played teams with winning records, Joe.
Okay.
Come on, Joe.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
I just wanted to make
Have
sure.
they beaten a team with a winning record? Yes. Have they beaten a team who currently has a winning record? No.
Okay. I wanted to make sure.
Okay.
I wanted to make
So
sure.
if you're gonna put that mantra there, if you're gonna put that up there, have the Dolphins beaten a team that at any point had a winning record this season?
Yes.
Who?
Last week the Broncos had a winning record. They were 6-5.
Okay, I'm sorry. Do they have a winning record right now?
No, but
Did
that's the exact same thing as what the Cowboys have done.
did the
But
Dolphins beat a team with a winning record at all?
the Dolphins beat a team that had a winning record last week by 50 points.
I mean, if you want to get technical, the Cowboys the Cowboys beat the Jets by 20 when they had a winning record. And technically 0-0, I know it's not a winning record, but they beat the Giants by 40. So that's 70, right? 60. So, I mean, tomato, Joe. You're trying to
I'm trying to bait you. Yes, I'm trying to bait
get a
you.
reaction out of me.
Trying to bait you. Yes,
it's not gonna work.
Yeah, I got you a little fired up.
I'm cool, calm, and collected, Joe.
I got you a little fired up. You can admit it.
No, I'm fine.
In all honesty, after that game, I was ready to text you that Dak is MVP.
I partially think that this week's game, which we'll talk about later, could have huge MVP implications.
We can talk about MVP stuff later, but I have more reason to think that I think it's going to go to. Well, I think it would probably go to Dak or Brock, but there's also the Patty Mahomes talking BS. Patty doesn't look like the MVP this year. I don't care what you say.
I don't think he does either. I also think Dak is the front. I think actually, if Dak is the betting favorite, could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I saw that.
I would put him at third, but the two people I would put above him are on the same team, so they will take votes away from each other. I would put Tyreek at 1. And if we're not going to give it to Tyreek, we're going to give it to a quarterback. I'd give it to Tua.
Yes. From what I can see right now, it looks like Dak and Purdy are like almost interchangeable on most betting sites. And
because it's so lackluster, it should go to Tyreek.
You're right. We talk. Hey. I know I said Tyreek should be MVP like however long ago, and then I took it back because he had the bad game. I'm 100% going to say, I remember back when I said Tyreek was MVP and you said he wasn't.
Did I ever say he shouldn't be?
You just said he wouldn't get it.
He wouldn't get it. He won't. He should get it. He won't, but he should.
I mean, he's still on pace for 2,000 yards, so
he still won't get it. Even if he hits 2,000, he won't get it.
I guess it just depends on if we think like what quarterback stands out.
I mean, it would go to Tua before it would go to him. Look at who is the number one vote getter for the Pro Bowl this year.
Bro, I don't care about.
It is Tua. It is Tua by 15,000 votes.
Oh yeah, I haven't cared about the Pro Bowl in years.
I agree, but it is Tua by 15,000 votes. He beats his own wide receiver by like 25,000 votes.
Yeah, but who's the best player on the team?
I agree, but he beats his own wide receiver that is the best player by 25,000 votes.
Pro Bowl is a popularity contest.
It is.
A lot of people don't like Tyreek. I mean, Mac Jones made the damn Pro Bowl.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but Tua leads the NFL in Pro Bowl votes right now. Second is CJ Stroud. CJ's at like 44,000. Tua's at like 59.
The way I see it, they can be in the Pro Bowl because if they're in the Pro Bowl, they're not in the Super Bowl.
You're right. There were also a lot of Cowboys in the Pro Bowl. The number one vote getter at corner, Bland, shouldn't be, but is.
I mean, before last week, he was the number one rated corner PFF.
It don't matter, man. It don't matter.
Don't disrespect the DPOI. See, I can get under your skin a lot more, a lot easier.
All right. If somebody breaks a sack record, are they up for it then too?
I mean, did Watt not win the DPOI when he did it?
He didn't break it. If somebody breaks it, MVP. Do they win MVP, or are they in the running for MVP?
If they break the sack record,
yes.
I mean, it depends on the situation.
Okay.
If Garrett did it this year, absolutely.
If somebody breaks a sack record this year, are they DPOI? Don't look up things.
If we're going based off of recency bias, then yes, because TJ Watt literally tied.
Khalil Mack right now on that garbage ass defense is on pace to break the sack record.
He won't though.
He's at 15 right now.
On pace isn't. He had one game where he had like 5.
I'm just saying.
But he didn't break it.
Records in those luck stats like sacks, interceptions don't mean jack. They don't mean jack. Micah Parsons and Myles Garrett with one arm tied behind their back is a better pass rusher than Khalil Mack.
I think I got you fired up, Joe.
I fired myself up with the Khalil Mack bullshit because he's on a garbage defense. And if he gets in the running, in what world?
Okay, it depends on the situation though. They're not a winning team, so he can't be MVP or DPOI.
Then why is Bland? Why is Bland up for it?
At least he's on a winning team.
He's not even the 4th best player on that defense.
He's not going to win DPOI, but he's on a winning team. Having your name in the hat doesn't mean anything.
At least Khalil Mack is the best defensive player on his team.
I mean, Brock Purdy's in the running for MVP, and he's not even the 10th best player on his team.
I understand.
So, it happens. Too. We have a winning record.
But that's a quarterback award. What I'm saying is he's not even the 4th best player on his defense.
Okay, Brock isn't the
Khalil Mack
5th or 6th best.
Khalil Mack is at least the best defensive player on his team.
He's better than Bosa. Is Bosa hurt?
Yes, Bosa is hurt.
Oh, that's a cop out.
Bosa's hurt.
What about Derwin?
Derwin sucks.
Is he hurt though?
He's always hurt.
What about
I don't know if he's
Samuel Jr.
Khalil Mack's better.
Maybe right now.
Khalil Mack's better. Khalil Mack has always been better than Asante Samuel Jr.
Well, he's only like a 2-year guy, isn't he? 3-year guy, maybe?
3.
He's a youngin'.
He's older than Pat.
Well, okay. Okay, Joe. Since you're fired up right now, let's talk about the Broncos didn't win.
Mm-hmm. Called it.
Took you 6 weeks, but you got it.
For the exact reason. You can't bet on winning lucky ass turnovers all the time.
Didn't they though? Didn't they win the turnover battle?
No.
Oh no, because the fumbles bounced to the Texans.
You can't bet on it.
Yeah, you can't.
Show me an actual reliable offense, then you have a chance. They don't have a reliable offense. They need turnovers. That you can't sustain that.
They need short fields.
They need fucking 20-yard fields.
They need a lot of things.
They need to start in the red zone. Garbage.
All right. Well, snooze fest of the week goes to Chargers and Patriots 6-0. Did you hear the stat? The last 3 games for the Patriots, they have not allowed more than 10 points, and they are 0-3.
Last 4 weeks, they are 0-4 and allowed only like 40 points.
Yeah, I think they've allowed 6, 10, and 10, and then whatever they allowed that week would be like I think would be 14 or 17 or something like that. Yeah, no, their defense is good.
Is it?
It's better than their offense.
Okay, so is their defense good, or are they just playing ball control football to where the other team can't get the ball enough times to score points?
Is their offense good enough to do that?
I think all they do is run.
I mean, that's fair. But are they good at it? Like, that's the question. Let's see. They had Zeke led the. Oh, wow. They passed.
I heard a joke. Right? I thought I heard that Iowa was eliminated from playoff contention. What the heck is this football on TV?
We get more of it tomorrow night, Joe.
No, I don't want it.
We get it.
But the Patriots did get a game flexed away from primetime because they had 3 in a row for some ungodly reason.
Yeah, it was going to be Patriots Chiefs next week. Yeah. They had probably like 100-yard rushing as a team, maybe a little bit more, 130-ish. But yeah, no, they're not a good team.
Oh. December 24th, Dallas Cowboys, Miami Dolphins. The We Destroy Bad Teams But Can't Beat Good Teams Bowl. Shaylee sent me that.
You couldn't have waited 2 more weeks? Yeah, and you know what will happen for both teams? If the Dolphins win, they're going to say, well, the Cowboys never win big games. And if the Cowboys win, they're going to say the Dolphins aren't a very good team. They haven't beaten anybody.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That really game's going to end up in a tie.
Probably.
Like, even Joe, like, the Cowboys just beat a team with a winning record. And I said, do they currently have a winning record? Of course they don't. Of course they don't.
The teams they beat. Okay. The teams they beat were the Jets and the Seahawks.
Yeah, who had winning records.
Okay, but the Jets and the Seahawks.
The Jets were the first team to beat the Eagles.
The Jets and the Seahawks. The Jets and the Seahawks.
Which point?
Do either of those strike fear in anybody? I'm a Broncos fan and they don't strike fear in me.
They strike fear in the Eagles.
No, they don't. The Jets beat the Broncos too. They don't strike fear into me.
The Jets didn't just beat the Eagles. They made Hurts have his worst game of the year.
So?
It's like
it was early with a new offensive play caller.
It wasn't early, though.
It was.
It was like week 7.
I don't think. Was it that late?
Yeah, it was like week 7 or week 8, and Sauce and Reed were hurt. Like the Jets were missing their best defensive players, and they still won.
It was week 6.
I thought the Eagles got to 7-0.
It was week 6. I just looked it up. It was
Okay.
October 15th.
That's mid-season basically.
I mean, that's before the trade deadline.
Yeah. I guess all the undefeateds did lose rather early because most of them lost the same week. I remember there was like 7 and 5 of them lost, and it was just the Niners and Eagles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like you don't care. You think striking fear? I don't care about that. It's the NFL. Any team can be any other team.
Yes, I agree with that, and that's why I went 0-5 in the past 5 Broncos games. That any given Sunday does take into account.
Yeah.
But are you scared of them? Not scared. Do you respect them?
I respect their defense.
I do not.
I mean, the only quarterback who's done really good on the defense has been Dak, and then Josh the second game.
People loved throwing out this stat like middle of the season that there was only like 2 guys that got 10 plus fantasy points on the Jets defense. You know who one of them was? Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy has like 3 catches all season, I feel like. He's done nothing.
Didn't you have him on like cut him, get rid of him, fraud watch, throw him in the garbage can,
Yes.
set him on fire?
Yes. He is one of the wide receivers that scored 10 plus points on them in fantasy points. I'm not scared of them.
Fantasy points is stupid though. Like that's
Yes.
a stupid metric. It could be 5 catches for 50 yards. It's not a good game.
Understand, but like the Jets aren't that scary.
That's a LeBron stat. That's a LeBron stat right there.
I'm well aware. That's why I was saying like I heard that stat several times at other places, and I never brought it up until now. But like
the Jets stat of the year right there.
the Jets aren't a scary team.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not.
I guess it depends on if Sauce can get away with playing it.
So there's you really hate to play this team in the playoffs. The Jets aren't that. They got no offense. All you got to do is put up 14 points and you're beating them.
I think the only team that's any team should be actually afraid of is the 49ers. And that's just because of their defense. But I don't even know if they're scary because the question mark is their most important position.
I think there is 2 more for sure. I think the 49ers, yes. I think also you have to be scared a little bit of Patrick Mahomes. You have to.
I think being scared of Patrick Mahomes is one thing, but the Kansas City Chiefs receivers leads the league in drops.
Yes.
So it's like it's either Kelsey or bust is what it seems like.
Yes. But you have to have a little bit of fear of Patrick Mahomes.
Of course, it's Patrick Mahomes.
And then another one, don't get me wrong, I put him in the same conversations as Cowboys, but you have to fear the speed. Just the speed of the Dolphins. You have to fear the speed. There is so much speed. And anytime Achane gets more than 1 carry, he gets like 100 yards. More than 1 carry. All he has to do is be healthy for the whole game. He gets 100 yards.
He's a good runner too. Very quick, very smart.
Like, you have to have, like, if it's not fear, it's respect. Like those 2 things you have to respect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
no, Mahomes is like he's a given, but at this point, it's really just Mahomes.
Yes.
It's.
And I think that defense is tough this year.
The defense is good, but like if like the defense gave him opportunities, I think the only thing this year, honestly, that we should fear is the refs. And they've been so bad all year, and it's
There were 3. I'm so sick and tired. So tired. So one of them I could tell you who laid the hit, but the other ones I can't tell you who. But there was a roughing the passer penalty that was called on the Texans against hitting Russell Wilson. Soft as hell. I hated it.
Was it a sack?
I think so, yeah.
Because I hate those. If it's a sack, what? How are you gonna call roughing the passer when he never passed?
Soft as hell. The unsportsmanlike on Alex Singleton, stupid. I understand protecting quarterbacks, but the quarterback was the one who headbutt Alec.
Yeah.
Like, Alec shoved him at the end of a play. That happens all the time. And then CJ Stroud got up into his face and headbutted him. Why is this? And then Alec pushed him off again. Why is this on Alec? Everybody saw the headbutt. Everybody saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That's second one that's an issue. Third one, the late hit call on Patty Mahomes when he is in green grass.
Mm-hmm.
He is not sliding. He is in green grass, not sliding, and he gets pushed out of bounds. What are we even calling anymore?
They're calling whatever they want because then they later missed. I don't know I know it was MVS, but I don't know who the corner was who literally was monkey crawling on him before the ball got there.
That was a payback call, I think.
Yeah, but that shouldn't be a thing. Is what I'm saying. Like if you miss a call, whatever. It's like if you fumble the ball, you gotta next play or next possession, you gotta get the ball back in your hand. Don't fumble it. You improve. You don't make up.
Yeah, but I think the refs are making up a missed call.
I agree too. And then the Hail Mary, where Travis was mugged.
Travis, it was uncatchable for Travis.
Yeah, but he was still mugged. It was
It
at
was
least
it was uncatchable.
at least illegal contact.
It was uncatchable. There's always illegal contact on Hail Marys. Always.
Yes, but not to that extent.
It's fine. It's fine.
No, I agree. I'm saying that all these calls that were either missed or called or not called, like it's been happening all year.
Yeah.
And it happens in primetime games where everyone is watching.
It happens all the time because the refs suck. They're garbage. The rules suck. Allow people to get hit.
Yeah.
Like I watched 2 football games. 2 because I couldn't stand watching any others. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it to myself.
Do you want to be sad?
Yeah.
Roger Goodell wants to get rid of the tush push.
I'll probably just be done watching football.
Yeah, he's probably going to get rid of it.
Like,
I don't. It's dumb. I don't like. I get it. It's a good play, I wouldn't say it's a good play. It's a successful play, but only the Eagles seem to be able to do it all the time.
All right.
But
quarterback's no longer allowed to roll out.
Yeah, might as well just.
Patty Mahomes is too good at it. Quarterback's no longer allowed to roll out. You have to stay in the pocket.
Tyreek Hill is too fast. He has to jog.
Yes. Tyreek Hill cannot run go routes. He cannot run further than 10 yards past the line of scrimmage.
He has to run only stop yard routes. He cannot catch anything on the run.
Yep. No motion for Tyreek because then he gets a running start.
Yep. Same with CD. CD's really good with the motion too.
Yep. Can't do it. It's illegal.
Tight ends can no longer block because that's an extra person to hit the defensive end at the same time.
Yep.
Can't do it.
No.
No cut blocks. Can't do it.
Can no longer bracket coverage wide receiver.
Yeah, it's only
that limits
coverage.
Scoring, and you can't do that.
You have to blitz both your safeties on every play. So wide receivers.
No, you can't. You can't blitz them. They have to play flat routes. Cover flat routes.
5 Mississippi.
Even that, quarterbacks need more time.
What's another one? You can't high five your teammate after a good play because that's too much excitement.
Linebackers must bite on every play action.
Yes, must.
They must go to the running back as if he had the ball.
Convincingly, yes, and then go to cover.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kickers kick too many times, so no kickers. It's got to be the punter has to kick field goals and the kicker has to punt.
Center no longer has to snap the ball; it just starts off in the quarterback's hand.
Yes,
because we don't need any fumble snaps. It leads to players getting hurt, like Trevor Lawrence. See, don't need to do that.
Yeah, we can't have Trevor Lawrence get injured, so we can't do that. The third quarter is 7-on-7, no offensive linemen, so they can rest.
Yep. No more field goal posts. As long as it gets past the end zone, it is good.
That's fair. Netting all the way around the field, just in case a ball goes wild and hits a fan.
All the way around the field, so that way it never goes out of bounds. So wide receivers and only wide receivers and offensive players are allowed to catch the ball off the net.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, no more fake spikes. I like that. No more Dan Marinos.
Genuine question. So this was all jokes and very fun, but I heard this question on a TikTok. Why are spikes not intentional grounding?
That's fair.
Genuinely, why?
That's fair.
How do you distinguish?
You know what? Spikes are now intentional grounding. That's cheating. You can't throw the ball to ground and not get penalties. I mean, Josh Allen got intentional grounding when he threw it at his running back's feet. Was it catchable? No, but it was in the general direction.
I still don't understand this.
Yeah. No, you just broke my brain, Joe.
It broke my brain when I heard it. I think I heard it on a break, and I just sat there for the rest of my break with it playing on repeat,
just
not sure of life.
You just contemplated everything.
Yeah. I think the NFL will like our rules. Hey NFL, you can sign us on. We will no longer complain if you sign us on and pay us.
Facts. Facts. Oh, also, no press coverage. No press coverage.
Only press coverage, but you can't actually touch them.
Yes.
You have to be up on the line.
Your hands are behind your back.
Yes.
And you can't never touch them until the ball's in the air, and you can only touch the ball.
Yep. You can only tackle inside the jersey numbers. And you can't tackle anywhere outside the jersey numbers.
2-hand touch inside the 30s. Because we don't need any aggressive hits in the red zone.
Yep.
You know what? Let's just start the flag football league. The national.
We already watch it.
The National Flag Football League, the NFFL.
We already watch it.
That's fair. Yeah, we'll be the commissioners. We will also coach the Falcons still, like last week what we brought up. So we really need to change these rules so we can do really good. What better way to win games than to know the rules and know the loopholes? I mean, the Patriots did it for years.
Yeah.
All right, Joe. It was fun being, doing the thing, but I did actually want to say, this before we got on, I had asked you if you had saw this, and because I literally saw it right before we started about Hayden Hurst.
Mm-hmm.
That's so. If you didn't hear, he was diagnosed with post-traumatic amnesia by a neurologist due to a hit that he took in a game earlier this season. And it's basically he's confused, and it follows a traumatic brain injury, and he's disoriented, and he can't even remember stuff after the injury. So it's like a way worse concussion.
Mm-hmm.
If you get concussed, you're not going to remember, but apparently he's not remembering things like now, like after the fact, which is kind of scary.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like what my mom had after she fell off the house. She had that, and she then lost her sense of smell. She still has like no sense of smell.
It's probably a good thing knowing who her sons are.
Yeah, fair.
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
And knowing who her son's friends are.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Ryan.
She can smell if something is like strong, but she can't like distinguish what it is.
So she can smell Ryan.
Yeah. So like if you have like a lot, like let's say you have a lot of cologne on, right?
Uh-huh.
She'll know that there's like a smell, but she won't know what it is.
It's like my dad. Since my dad's deaf in one ear, he can hear the sound. He just doesn't know where the heck it's coming from.
Mm-hmm. But it sucks to hear.
Yeah, it's.
But I'm wondering how many concussions he's had in his life now.
It can't be more than Tua. It probably is, because he's probably he gets hit on every play.
Yeah,
and he's not a soft runner too. He does deliver. He's a big dude.
Yeah. I remember when the Ravens drafted him. I thought he was going to be like freaking awesome, and I had high hopes for him. I like him. I had him in fantasy this year. It sucks to see somebody that you've been rooting for basically since they got drafted. Heck, when he was at South Carolina, I rooted for him. Mm-hmm. He's a fun tight end, and my favorite position on the offensive side of the ball was tight end growing up. So I always appreciated those guys. So it hurts to see. Hopefully he gets the help that he needs, and hopefully he can heal from this, because like I said, my mom had it where she didn't remember for a while, but her memory's mostly back now. She'll still be forgetful at times, but she's good.
I mean, we all have our moments with forgetful stuff, so I couldn't.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I had for lunch today. I almost said this morning. Words, yeah. So yeah, hopefully he's able to make full recovery, even if he's not able to play football again, because life is way more important. But yeah, he's a big dude. Holy buckets.
He's what, 6'6", 250?
6'5", 250. That's a big dude.
Yeah.
Whew, 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 whew. Dang. And I guess that sums it right up. Injuries suck.
Yeah.
I just want one week. Just 1 week we don't talk about injuries. Just one.
I think on a fantasy football focus or whatever, they said we're like close to the record for the amount of starting quarterbacks. Like quarterbacks to start a game in a single season.
So I don't know if you saw this. As of right now, at this moment in time, of the 16 AFC teams, 9 have either benched or replaced their starter due to injury.
Mm-hmm. That's just due to injury.
Or benched because
okay.
Because some were benched.
Like Mac Jones.
Like Mac Jones was benched. Pickett was originally benched and then he came back and got hurt. So it's like so just being replaced in general. I think, and then I think most of them were injuries.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's a rough year.
And I think 5 of those teams would be in the playoffs too, if the season ended right now. Because I think it would only be the Chiefs and the Texans that are in the playoffs currently that have their quarterback, because the Colts lost Richardson, the Browns have
Tua and Lamar.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, okay, I'm sorry. Then maybe it was just 3.
It'd be the Colt, because the Texans are actually out of it right now. Yeah. So it's Colts, Browns, Steelers.
I think the Texans are above the Browns, aren't they?
No.
Huh.
I think Browns have like technically the tiebreaker over them right now. I think they're both 7-5.
I guess I don't know who has the tiebreaker for the Jags, because the Jags just lost.
Well, they're the first seed in the AFC East and the AFC South. So
the Texans are out. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Browns, Colts, and Steelers. That's it. And then now the Jags now, because Trevor Lawrence could miss a game. Yeah, and yeah. So yeah, the Dolphins, Ravens, and Chiefs. I think that's what I was including. I was including Trevor Lawrence because he's probably going to miss this next week.
He's got a high ankle sprain. He's out for at least this week, probably next week too.
Yeah, high ankle sprains suck, especially if it's your first one.
I doubt it's his first one. I mean,
I just remember my first one.
He's like 25.
I had my first one at like 22.
I had my first one at like 14.
Yeah, we're all not clumsy.
Mine was because Franny like destroyed me.
Mine was because I was engaged on a block and my running back was stupid and ran into me, and he basically butt fumbled but rolled down my ankle.
We were playing kill the carrier.
You know what?
Only we called it something a little different. That's not.
That's not 2023 friendly. Yeah, that's not friendly.
It's not politically correct. It's not PC.
So just a random question, and I'm no shouts out. I can shout these guys out. New Heights podcast. Did you listen to this week?
No.
It came out today. They brought up basketball.
Okay.
And they were just talking about the scenes, like the psych out scenes, and I was just like, oh my god, basketball. And then I realized that Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce are literally my age.
Yeah, they're 34 and 36.
So I'm just like, oh my god. I think that, like not even like that they're that age. It's just like people in the NFL are obviously younger than both of us right now. But now they're talking about things that like when we were kids we saw, and they were also kids or teenagers.
Well, you know how so I just have you watched Hard Knocks at all? The mid-season one?
I've only seen like clips of it, like how the Dolphins did the practicing of the roller coaster, which that was kind of cool.
So Shay wanted me to watch it before this, right? We were watching it, and Tyreek Hill said something that he got like because of LT, that LT was his favorite player. And I'm like, bro, you're younger than me. You don't remember watching LT. Like maybe you watched highlights, but you did not watch LT. Like people were like, LT, why are you rooting for some guy that played in our division? And he's like, no, not that LT. They go, wait, how do you? And I'm just like, how do you know that LT? Like I understand being like he respects the game, watches the game, exactly. But like Lawrence Taylor was not playing. No. That was not live. Like maybe you rewatched, but that was not live.
Like his dad or someone could be like a big Giants fan or something, or was, and
yeah, I mean it could be. It's just I found it funny. I was like, there ain't no way you watched him play.
I mean, I had obviously not live, definitely filmed because I mean I've watched Staubach, but obviously I wasn't even itch yet.
I watched Franchise Floyd. I don't even know if my mom was alive. But yeah, I just found that funny. I was like, there ain't no way. Stop it.
I think Tyreek would fit in here. You know, when he retires, isn't he going to retire at the age of 30? Isn't that what he said? When he retires, he can come and be our third wheel. We accept you, Tyreek, but only if you say stupid stuff like that, and we can take it out of context and run with it.
That's fair.
Because I feel like taking things out of context, we can run faster than Tyreek Hill.
Yes. we went on a whole freaking tangent about stupid sports rules. That was wild. That was a time.
Yeah. So before we talk about this week coming up, or actually tomorrow night's game, because this news fest, gotta ask you something, Joe. BCF playoffs. Did they get it right?
Yes and no.
Let me try to guess what you're gonna say. Yes, because Florida State does not look like a good team with their starting quarterback out. No, because Florida State's undefeated.
Correct. Let's be like, would Florida State stand a chance against any of these four teams?
Not without their quarterback, no.
Like you the NFL doesn't do this, but like let's say they could do an adjustment, right? And it's only the top team from every division.
Mm-hmm.
And the playoffs started this week. You think they're not saying, "Oh, CJ Stroud, we want CJ in instead of Trevor Lawrence"? You think they're not doing that?
Right now, yeah. It's money, yeah.
Like it sucks. It absolutely sucks. Because I think Florida State's supremely talented and athletic, and like they can compete with the best of them. But competing doesn't mean winning. I think they would have been a solid team in the SEC this year. But I don't think they even get out of the SEC without 4 losses.
Yeah.
If they want a serious chance at the championship, they need to move to the SEC, or they don't really stand a serious chance anymore.
Yeah. If they wouldn't have got hurt, though, they would have made it over Bama. They would have earned it.
Would they have?
I think they would have. I don't think Bama. I think, honestly, even though Georgia lost to Bama head-to-head,
wait,
that Georgia
why would Bama not have made it over Texas?
Because head-to-head games matter.
Okay, but games matter earlier in the season.
Yeah, I mean
the Alabama loss was before the quarterback got benched.
Yeah,
it's a completely different team now. I'd put Alabama in there over Texas. I'm just saying I would. Like that's just brutal honesty. I'm sorry. Like
I think I would. I think Georgia still deserved to be in there too.
I do too, but you can't lose last week of the season. Like you just can't. You can't lose last week. Like if you're going to have a loss, it needs to be super early.
Yeah, like week 1, week 2.
Yeah.
Or I think was that like week 5?
When it was rivalry week. It would have been like week 6, 7.
Somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's always.
You won the last Big 12 championship. We won the last Red River rivalry.
That's not a rivalry that's going away.
I mean, we lost the last Red River rivalry of the Big 12.
Okay. Yes. That just means Texas is going to win the first one of the SEC.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hey, and I don't care. You can have that if Texas.
You probably will. You want to know why? Arch Manning.
Which he did play.
Yeah.
He threw some passes, Joe.
Yeah. Can you just imagine, right? Marvin Harrison Jr. gets drafted to some team this year. That team sucks in 2 years. They draft Arch Manning. Let's just have Arch Manning wear number 88 and have
you mean
Harrison wear 18 still?
Well, the Colts aren't going to get that early of a pick this year.
I know, but it don't matter if it's the Colts or not. It's just
would that be something though?
Because numbers are irrelevant.
If it was the Colts,
it would be.
I mean, I know Arch isn't Peyton's, but that would be wild.
Awesome.
Manning 18 has to wear 18.
No, I'm saying the reverse. Manning wears 88. Harrison wears 18. Jr. wears 18 because he wears 18.
That's fair. I like that. Yeah, that'd be wild. But all right, who you got? Who you got, Joe? Who you got in the first round?
First round.
Bama, Michigan, Texas, Washington.
The championship is right there. The first game you mentioned. That's the championship. The actual championship game ain't the championship game.
Okay, but who you got?
I think college football line trench play wins. I'm taking Michigan.
Michigan over Bama, and who is Michigan playing in the fake championship game?
It don't matter.
So Michigan all the way.
Michigan's probably playing Washington because Washington has actually like supremely good weapons. I think Texas's best player is hurt. Their running back.
Oh, Worthy? No, not Worthy. Worthy's wide receiver. No, I think he came back. I thought he came back.
Oh, I don't know, but that Washington offense is high powered.
You're making me think words now. I got it. Oh, Jonathan Brooks.
Yes, Brooks that's who it is. Because the name that was popping in my head was Aaron, and then I couldn't.
Yeah, I forgot. I forgot he tore his ACL. I forgot.
But I think he's the best player on Texas, and he's out. So I'll go with the high-powered offense over because I don't think either of those teams are like supremely talented. So I think the Natty has actually played that first game, Michigan versus Alabama, and I would say Alabama's they have the SEC stuff, so maybe their line is better than I think it is. No. And maybe like Michigan's isn't as good as I think it is, but Michigan's line play is freaking awesome. And if you just go based on like who has the better trenches, like that's who wins the Natty like the past 10 years.
You know who's going to win and why? I'll tell you why. See, last year we had Philly second, Philly second, Philly second, Philly second. This year, we're having Texas first, Texas first, Texas first. Longhorns all the way because we do it bigger in Texas. And of course, I'm never going to change this aspect. If your team's in the playoffs, you root for them to win. You don't pick against them because you ride that wave. I don't care. I don't care if you're trying to be right. All the way. Even if I think they're going to lose, all the way. Even if they do lose all the way, at least we made it. How you gonna hate from outside the club? You can't even get in. Give me Texas over Michigan championship. Yeah, you laughing now. You're laughing now. I'm gonna wait to clip this after Texas wins, and then we'll go from there.
Oh man,
Joe, Texas football. I know they've been kind of beat up. They got some injuries. They got some time to heal up, other than Brooks.
I don't think yours is good.
Yeah, but they got the secret weapon.
I don't think yours is good.
They got Manning.
But they're gonna keep playing yours.
I mean, if they lose them, they might just say, "Hey, Manning, get in there."
They're gonna play yours.
I'm old enough to remember a quarterback.
You don't sit a Manning. You don't sit a Manning, period, unless you have the utmost faith in your quarterback. Now, that is blind, stupid faith, but they have it.
Hey, I just want to throw this out here. I'm old enough to remember when a certain quarterback got benched in a game for another quarterback, and they ended up winning the Natty.
Who is Tua's family? Are they the Mannings?
Yes.
Are they the Manning? Cool. You don't bench a Manning.
Give me the horns.
All right, whatever.
I'm gonna ride the wave, Joe.
All right.
Like,
I'll talk to you when they lose like 56-14 to Washington in the first round.
What? If they lose that bad, you might have to do the pod on your own that week.
Like, Washington's offense is so good. Like,
just embrace it, Joe.
I mean, horns down forever.
Just embrace it.
I mean, Shaylee will openly say to me that she loves Baker Mayfield. So
I love Baker. What's wrong with that?
I mean, you can't say you love Baker Mayfield when he's the guy that like made horns down like banned in the Longhorn Stadium.
Doesn't stop people from doing it. I mean,
it'll never stop it. Horns down until I die.
I mean, like, how confident are you that Texas will not win the championship?
100%.
Okay, so if they win, you gotta do horns up.
I think they are the least likely team.
If they win, you gotta do horns up.
Sure.
All right, cool.
I think they are the least likely team to win it.
Okay. If they beat Washington 56-14, you gotta do horns up next week.
Nope.
Or 2 weeks.
No. If they win the Natty.
Okay.
Sure. If they win the Natty, I'll do it.
All
I
right.
wore a Cubs jersey once too.
Yeah, that wasn't even a wager. You just wore it.
Because I actually like the players.
Yeah.
Like this Texas team, like if they had Brooks and if Manning was the starter, I'd be like, yeah, they have a chance. Like it's not a great chance, but they have a chance. They're in a fight, and you know what? One punch is all you need.
You're right. And Brooks was kind of a beast.
He was awesome.
Yeah. I mean, the Texas does something different with their running backs.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. Longhorn saved my pinky once. Like what? You know this story? Do you know this?
I do. Yeah.
I'm intrigued. I want to know what this is about.
She was young and she was in Omaha, and I believe it was the College World Series. Was it College World Series? I don't know. I don't know where she at.
She told you to
lights on the living room, but
you're asking her. She said, "Tell it, Joe." You're asking for confirmation.
I don't know where it was, but she was in a city and her pinky got stuck in an elevator, and the nice older guys helped the 12-year-old girl get her hand out of the elevator.
Were they Longhorns fans?
No, they were players.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I don't know the whole story. I don't know.
I mean,
That was a rough telling. I just remember the long. What? See, when you mention Longhorns, like I kind of just like stop hearing things. So like,
you got to throw in a couple boomers in there, then he'll listen.
yeah. So like,
Got to be like,
I
oh, this
just
is their
kind of like
baseball team.
I kind of just start like forgetting things. But I
Yeah.
knew she was in an elevator and players helped her out.
So basically, when talking to Joe about anything Longhorn related, you got to be like, all right, so Boomer Sooner, Longhorns, Boomer.
So long, Boomer Sooner, horns, Boomer Sooner.
Yeah, you kind of got to mask the
Yeah,
Longhorns in
yeah,
there,
yeah.
and then you can continue with your conversation.
But like I've liked players that have gone there.
So I guess bigger question, Joe. More likely, Texas wins the BCS championship, or tomorrow's night game is the best Thursday night game of the year. You know what I will go for the BCS the games,
Yeah,
as long as they're all good. I don't think anyone.
I don't
wants
think
to
the
see
Natty will be good.
Well, as long as they're all somewhat good, entertaining. There we go. Let's say entertaining. No injuries, just some good football.
I think wasn't it like this last year too?
What do you mean?
Didn't Ohio State go up against Georgia and that was a better game than Georgia's championship game or something like
Yeah,
that?
because TCU made it, and
Yeah,
TCU got stomped
yeah.
on.
That's what I foresee.
Nah, this year the real Texas team is gonna get it.
Sure,
TCU is like Texas's little brother
sure,
or nephew or
sure.
something. I don't know. All right, Steelers Patriots tomorrow night, Joe. I guess this could be equivalent. You could be off the hook, Joe. Last year, the Broncos Colts game was just horrendous. This could outdo it. I can tell you right now, I will not watch this game. There's nothing intriguing about it other than TJ Watt.
Okay. Hear me out here, right?
All right.
Hear me out here. Bill might not be back to the Patriots, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that is rumored. How funny. So God, what was his name? It happened last year for the Bears and Texans. How funny would be if Bill Belichick wins this game and gets them out of the top 2 picks so they can't draft a quarterback. It'd be hilarious. It'd be great. I'm here for it.
I just don't know that. I know it's rumored, but I just don't know that he's not going anywhere until he breaks the record. And I don't even know unless he voluntarily leaves. I don't think Kraft will get rid of him.
I don't think Kraft will get rid of him either.
Not till the record's broken. Maybe when the record's broken.
But I'm just rooting for chaos.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So is that your pick? You taking the Patriots?
Give me the Patriots. I've picked against the Steelers so many times this year because I just don't believe in them at all.
And Mike Tomlin, we trust. We're rolling with the Steelers.
I don't believe in them.
I don't believe in them either. That's why every time I justify it by saying in Mike Tomlin, we trust.
That offensive line is horrible. The quarterback is horrible. The running backs are horrible.
Yeah.
The wide receivers, they don't know how to use to Deontay Johnson.
He's also lazy. But
Yeah,
Pickens is cool. I like Pickens.
I don't like Pickens. He's mouthy. I think Deontay Johnson is lazy because he's dealt with this for like 6 years.
And he also probably wants to go somewhere else.
Like
he's doing the NFL equivalent of James Harden.
Second week in a row going for the Patriots. I didn't pick the Patriots last week.
You did not. You haven't picked the Patriots in a minute.
I think I picked the Patriots against the Giants. No.
No. Were they favored? They were favored, you picked the Giants as the underdog.
Oh, yeah, and I knew I picked that game. I didn't know who I picked.
I'm trying to see the last time you picked the Patriots in general.
Well, if I picked the Giants ever, it would have been against the Patriots.
You picked right. You picked the Patriots in approximately week. Wait, that's not right. Week 9.
Oh, Shaylee's talking about when I said, like, if I wasn't going for this team, they were like the second option I would have taken last week because I just hate the Chargers. I think the Chargers suck.
And the Chargers have charged so chargerly well this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't actually pick them, but
yeah, last week you picked the Cardinals, the Falcons, and those were the odd picks. And actually, I should have said this. Last week you are the second person to go 5-0. You went 5-0 last week, Joe. Good job. Good job. And I went 2-3, bringing my total to 38-24. And you are now 30. Oh, I'm sorry. I read the wrong numbers. I am 40-27, and you are 37-30.
nice.
So finally, the picking the Broncos reversed on me this week.
Yeah.
Took 6 weeks, but I'll take it. But now we got a race. We're within 3 games. We could have a new leader this week. We could. Will we? Probably not.
Probably not.
All right. Yeah, I do like Pittsburgh. Just Tomlin. That's it. Tomlin. I obviously Belichick is greatest coach of all time. But if it comes down to it, who do you trust more?
Who do I trust more? What?
Defense. Both offenses are terrible. Which team can win this game?
The Patriots have allowed 10 points in the past 4 weeks.
And wait, what didn't you bring up? Is it because their offense is really bad?
I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't want to watch this game.
Money Mitch lights them up. You heard it here first. Money Mitch lights them up.
Dude, I haven't been fantasy because why not?
You know why? Because he's money. He was the first ever Nickelodeon MVP. All right, he was the MVP. He was the first one.
I mean, he was drafted above Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes.
Facts.
That's all you really need to know.
I mean, and if you want to get technical, he's a better person than Watson. So only picking.
I mean, he's a better person than both of them, I think.
Maybe. I like Money Mitch. I mean, he won a playoff game with the Bears.
Yeah.
I think he did. Or he at least went to the playoffs with the Bears.
Yeah, because they lost in the NFC Championship, didn't they?
Well, if it was a championship, he definitely won a game.
Yeah. So I think he won a game and lost in the NFC Championship to the Double Doink.
That might be right. Money Mitch. That was good Khalil Mack, though.
It was.
All right. So that was easy. We're already opposite sides of the spectrum here. So I mean, I'm gonna be up by 4 games after tomorrow. All right, we got our favorites, our underdogs.
Nope. Are the Broncos playing a team this week?
Yes, they are.
Give me the other team.
Oh.
Especially when that other team apparently has good Khalil Mack, I guess.
Whoa, Joe. Did you just pick the Chargers?
I did.
Joe,
the Broncos have not proven a damn thing to me offensively.
Dang.
The defense, love the defense. Love the tenacity. This offense drives me insane.
Hey, Joe.
I've seen little kids run a better offense. We coached those teams.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
Throwback Thursday on a Wednesday. Are the Broncos playing the Chargers or the Raiders?
Oh, yes, James. Yes, they are.
Give me the Broncos. Got them both. Got them both in there.
All right. All right.
I think I just trust the defense so much that I don't care about like, which is kind of ironic. You say you like the good, you want the hits, you like the defense, and then you're mad the offense sucks. Like the Steelers defense is good. The Broncos defense is good.
You have to have a passable offense at the bare minimum. You can't win without a passable offense.
Yeah, Joe, are you sick?
So I'm about to drop some stats as well. The Broncos have never won at SoFi. Playing either the Rams or the Chargers, never won at SoFi.
Dang. Well, at one point they never beat Mahomes, so I mean,
yep.
This year's the year.
The home team has won every game between the Chargers and the Broncos since 2019.
So since Herbert, or since right before Herbert.
Yeah. And I've said, and I stand by my word, until that offense shows me that they have a pulse, I'm picking against them. I need a pulse. I don't care.
Does that count as a pulse?
No. That offense can't do anything. It's awful.
It do be like that.
Like, if you're going to run. I love running. Cool. Run. Don't pass on first down opening up the game. Don't pass on second down then opening up the game. Like,
you did say to run, right?
no. I don't know. I don't know. This.
It's okay, Joe. I maybe, just maybe,
James,
the offense will have a good game.
James, our second leading touchdown receiver has been injured for like 7 weeks. Our second leading touchdown receiver.
I mean, Sutton's been your go-to guy. Sutton's been. What are you at least gonna say? Sutton's been balling.
Sutton's doing great. Sutton's awesome right now.
Okay.
Brandon Johnson, who I feel like hasn't played since we played the Jets in like week 4, is in second place with touchdowns on the Broncos.
That's because Judy sucks.
Our team is so bad. This offense is horrendous. The best part about it is the offensive line, and the offensive line looked horrendous last week.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll have to see. Like,
it drives me nuts.
Joe, you're really trying to just catch up to me, going different back to back games.
Well, let's pick your favorite team here.
Okay, Cowboys, Eagles. Honestly, I'm a little concerned. Eagles just got their ass whacked. So I feel like they are going to come out swinging. And Dallas.
I thought you were picking the Eagles to jinx them.
Yeah, no.
So it worked last week though. It
didn't work the week before.
But you picked them and it jinxed them.
I didn't know that was not a jinx. The Niners just laid the
You picked them and it jinxed them.
No, the Niners just proved that they are the class act of the NFC.
Oh, come on, man.
Nah. Give me the Cowboys to take care of the Eagles at home and make that number 1 seed all tied up in terms of record only with the Niners, Eagles, and Cowboys. And no, the Lions have 4 losses. Make that race to the end just that much more wild. Because it's the only thing exciting in the NFC. Like, the AFC has like 12 teams with winning records that like might not make the playoffs. And then the NFC is like Cowboys, Niners, Eagles, Lions, and I think everyone else is 500 or one game over 500.
Yeah.
And then the AFC is literally the AFC West. Not the Raiders. Broncos are they 500?
500.
Okay, so maybe it was last week then. The Broncos are 500. Chiefs are winning record. The AFC South is competitive.
Three teams above 500.
Yeah, they're competitive. The AFC East, the Dolphins are good. I think the Bills are also 500. I think they're 6-6.
Yes, they're 500.
I think and then the North is
three teams above. Yeah.
So yeah, it's literally like the AFC looks like they're just beating each other up. So it looks like, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, make that number one seed a lot more interesting.
Okay.
In the weeks.
I have a genuine question because this affects who I pick.
Okay, got you.
Mike McCarthy had surgery. Is he going to be there?
He had a appendectomy.
Is he going to be at the game?
As far as I know, yes. Here, I can fact check it and come back to it.
Like, why isn't there an out for coaches? Like, tell me if they're going to be there or they're not going to be there. Because you'll be able. I think you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. So, okay, as of 9 hours ago, he had acute appendicitis, and he is expected to coach.
God, this sucks. I'm betting everything on an injury, and it's not even a player injury that I know stuff about. It's a head coach injury. Okay. He's expected to coach. He's expected to coach. Give me the Eagles. If I'm gonna tell you right now, if Dan Quinn coached that game, Cowboys by 20. That I was ready. If he was out, if he was gone this weekend, Cowboys by 20. And then Mike McCarthy comes back and they start like it starts struggling, and I'm just like, this is what happens to Cowboys every year.
So
I don't
right
even
now,
remember what I just said. Did I pick the Eagles or the Cowboys?
You took the Eagles because Mike McCarthy might coach.
Yes. If he's not there, I think the Cowboys are winning though. Just FYI. Okay. So I can't change my pick. But if he's not there, I think the Cowboys win. And handily.
So just so we're on the same page. As of today, he was not at practice. It was Dan Quinn.
I don't know who to pick.
it was Dan Quinn, Schottenheimer, and John Fossil were the coaches for today.
If Dan Quinn was the head coach of this team, I would say they're the NFC Championship team going up against the Niners. Mike McCarthy. I don't trust it, man. Oh God.
I'm just glad because the appendicitis, especially spur of the moment, is very dangerous. So I'm just glad that he had stomach pain and he got it taken care of. And it's one of those that it can just pop up on you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember a couple of years ago, my nephew Nicholas had it. He just had stomach pain, went to the hospital and got his appendix removed. So it's not something to mess around with. So if he doesn't coach this game, then I'm glad he's able to coach again later. But
Would you prefer it to not be your team that he's coaching later?
No, I don't. Me and Mike McCarthy have our differences. Obviously, they're not disciplined. Too many penalties, weird timeouts, weird clock management. Obviously, all that stuff. But I feel like he is being a part of a big culture change. I know Dan Quinn is a big part of it too. If I had to choose one coach to keep on the Cowboys, it would be Dan Quinn. 100%. But I don't know that I want Dan Quinn being the head coach.
Why?
We had that experiment in Atlanta. We saw what he did. And then
we also saw a GM that didn't draft accordingly. Like that GM missed drafts bad.
I mean, fair, but like and he's still missing, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? But it's just like one of those like I know it was with Rodgers, but at least McCarthy has the experience in the playoffs. Like, that's the best. I mean, Dan Quinn has it too, but he has it as a defensive coordinator with Seattle, the Legion of Boom. So I mean, he gets to take that with him wherever he goes. Mm-hmm. And I think he really likes the culture there. Micah, the defense loves him. So I think in a roundabout way, McCarthy being the coach isn't really hurting them. So it doesn't. I'm indifferent. But if I had to choose, give me Dan Quinn. Mike Tomlin. Give me Mike Tomlin.
Me too, buddy. Me too.
You want Mike Tomlin?
Oh yeah.
I'll take Sean Payton. He was already on the Cowboys at one point.
Yeah, that he was.
Giggity, 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 giggity. All right, so we got some favies and some undies. So you wearing undies, Joe? I mean,
I had to check. Yes. So my underdog for this week pulled off an upset recently.
Was it last week?
Yeah. To be honest, I don't like a lot of the underdogs. Okay. But I see the Bengals. I know they got Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Joe Mixon. And they're going up against the Colts, who have a backup quarterback, backup running back.
But Zach Moss did play a lot of the season already.
Yes. Is he not a backup?
I mean, yeah.
So give me the Bengals as the underdog.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay. I like it, Joe. I have the hiccups.
Also, just FYI, I have not picked a favorite yet this week.
Okay, so take my time.
No. But like think back about all the games I picked. I've picked the underdog in every single game.
Look at you, Joe. So do you want to pick a favorite?
No, I picked a favorite. I picked the Chargers.
Oh yeah, they are favorite. Yeah.
I forgot about that. They are favorite.
Yeah. That's one of those that's one of those weird ones. So my undie also wearing some.
Pictures are gonna happen.
Check your snap.
I don't have a snap from you. Oh. Whoa. Oh, I now have a snap from you. Hope. Oh, Jesus.
Thank you. Not even like that. So I went with I didn't like the underdogs either. I hate undies. But I don't remember who they're playing and I can't find them. I picked the Buccaneers, but who are they playing?
The Falcons.
I picked the Buccaneers. I love Bake Show.
Yeah.
I love non-Oklahoma Sooner Baker.
Boomer Sooner, baby.
I do not. If like how you say about Mike McCarthy, if Dan Quinn is coaching, Cowboys by 20.
Mm-hmm.
Arthur Smith goes on a vacation, Falcons by 20. He just didn't know how to use his players, and it's frustrating.
If Baker switched teams, Falcons by 30.
Fair. I'll take it. But Baker's on the other team. Also, Mike Evans just went over 1,000 yards receiving. 10 straight seasons. No other receivers done that. It's kind of cool. It's kind of a LeBron stat, but
no,
cool.
no other receivers done it to start their career.
Yeah, to start their career. 10 straight years to start their career.
He's one away from tying or passing Jerry Rice.
Oh, for consecutive seasons?
Yes, for consecutive seasons.
Oh,
period.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's a cool stat, that's for sure. Especially when you look at he had Brady for 3 years, so look at what he had prior. So
Jameis,
who was good for 10
30
touchdowns,
and 30.
10 touchdowns, 10 picks, 20 touchdowns, 20 picks, and 30 for 30. Yeah, no. So yeah, Jameis is the all-time leading Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback passer in terms of yards and touchdowns. Well, maybe not touchdowns. Brady probably passed him in 3 years of touchdowns. Anywho, yeah, give me the Bucks to take out the Falcons in a very meaningful game. If Falcons win, this could essentially lock up the South. And then they could have a winning record and not win it with a losing record. Because they just beat the Saints last week. So this is a big game for Falcons. Arthur Smith, that's it. That's it. So since I'm gonna have to go for my favy. Do you got a favy, Joe?
Yeah, team that the Broncos played last week. I actually thought they didn't look that good, to be honest. But the running game looked like it came alive a little bit, and they're going up against a team that I think has one of the worst offenses in the entire league. Give me the Texans over the Jets.
That's fair. I am going to go with maybe not a surprise, maybe kind of a cheap pick because injuries suck. I'm gonna go with the Browns to beat the Jags. Joe Flacco did not look bad last week. It's amazing what an old man can look like behind a line that's actually decent.
He didn't. Amari, I believe, is out.
Yeah, probably. But I mean, who's Jacksonville's backup quarterback?
CJ Beathard.
He's gonna get beat hard. Give me the Browns.
So my only thing with picking that one, because I was looking at that one obviously too, is which running back do you trust more, Jerome Ford or Travis Etienne?
Cream Hunt.
Over Travis Etienne?
No, over Jerome Ford. No, Etienne, obviously, but yeah, I just
if you go skill position by skill, which defense?
Yeah,
going up against the opposing offenses. Honestly, I trust Jacksonville's defense going against the Browns' offense.
Give me MVP Myles Garrett.
The Broncos played the Browns.
Yeah,
I remember what they look like. That Browns offense sucks.
You're right. But that was before Flacco. You didn't play Flacco.
No, we played Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
He's no bueno.
We destroyed him.
Yeah, you cheap shotted him.
No, it wasn't a cheap shot. It wasn't a cheap shot. But I don't know. If Nick Chubb was there, let's say they're still backup quarterbacks. If Nick Chubb was there, absolutely the Browns. If Amari Cooper was 100% healthy, probably the Browns. But with both of those players out, I'd leave Jags.
All right, Joe. I agree with you. I'm still going Browns, but This is a 5-0 week for me right here. I can feel it. I wanted to wrap this up with a little game for you, Joe.
Oh, I wanted to say
You have a
something
game?
about a thing
Oh.
first.
Okay, is there a thing for it?
Yeah. So Shay, about the Jerry had 14. It was 11 straight though. He had 14 in his career. He had 11 straight. And Mike Evans has done 10 straight without anything under 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Because it was in 1997. Jerry only played 2 games, so it ended the streak for him.
All right, Joe. So this would be a fun game. If you like it, maybe we can bring it back. Start, bench, cut, random things edition.
Random things. Ooh, okay.
Random things. All right.
How random are we talking?
It could be anything from football players to types of foods.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna start this one off easy. I already know exactly what your answer is going to be, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Start, bench, cut. Superman, Batman, Spider-Man.
Comics, movies.
However you take it.
Okay. Starting Spider-Man, benching Superman, cutting Batman.
All right. Can I ask which of those 3 that you chose, like your logic off of?
Well, I went based off of comics, and I just really enjoy Spider-Man's like comedy.
Okay.
It's more fun, and Batman. I've never liked Batman.
I know.
Not you, Batman. If you're watching Batman, but Batman the superhero, not a fan.
See, I thought you were going to go this. I thought you were going to go this route, but when you asked in what way, so I was like, okay.
Like if you specified and said like Smallville's Superman, I'd be like
TV shows.
Ooh, yeah. I'd have been like, ooh, that's tough. Okay, but like just I get to make with what I believe.
Yeah. How you interpret it.
My brain instantly went to comics over everything else.
Okay. You ready for this one?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think I know your answer on this one too, but we're gonna keep it easy this week. Maybe we'll switch it up, make it a little harder. Start, bench, cut. Coca-Cola, Dr. Pepper, Pepsi.
Just
however you interpret it. Taste, what if you could have
like
one.
The company or just the singular pop?
Singular drink. Drink.
Okay, that makes it a whole hell. Because like if we were throwing like vanilla Coke in there, I was like,
oh. See, I told you we're just making it easy. Don't overthink it. We're making it easy.
All right. Well, I feel like I should start with.
Dip spit.
Dr. Pepper. I feel like I should start with Dr. Pepper. If we're going just the basis pops, I enjoy that one the most. But like if you get into the other flavors and stuff, I tend to lean other ways. Like I really enjoy Wild Cherry Pepsi. I really enjoy Vanilla Coke. But Dr. Pepper, if we're just going generic, because now my brain's like thinking, can I cut Coke? Because that's like a Jack and Coke. Can I cut Coke?
Can you, Joe?
Oh God, I love Pepsi. Like if it's just the pop, I prefer Pepsi. But can I cut Coke out of my life?
Don't make it harder than it needs to be.
Okay. Shit.
It's just specifically.
Okay.
Dr. Pepper, Pepsi.
Benching Pepsi, cutting Coke. But if it's mixers, Coke has to be up there.
Well, then I think you're just gonna make it harder for next time. So maybe I'll throw in some mixers.
Oh God!
All right. Start, bench, cut. This one might get me a little bit. All right. Christina Aguilera, Pink, Kelly Clarkson.
Starting Pink. I think Pink has a phenomenal voice. I love her.
I love Pink too.
Kelly, I'm sorry. I'm cutting Kelly. I'm sorry.
That's honestly, I think that's the way I've done it is Pink. I would have done the same. I would do the
sorry.
same. That's okay. I'll just clip that part of you saying sorry, and I'll tag her on TikTok.
Like I can't get dirt. Like I can't cut dirty out of my life. Like
yeah, sometimes you just need a genie in a bottle, Joe.
Yeah, but like Pink's voice, like Pink might have my favorite female voice of all time.
I 1000% agree. I love Pink, literally and figuratively. All right, let's go to the guys' side here. Here you go, Joe. Ready? Are you ready for this?
Okay.
Start, bench, cut. Michael Jackson, Freddie Mercury, Prince.
You fucker.
This is a good one.
I'm starting Michael. I listen to Michael the most.
Love Michael. I agree.
I love little Michael.
I love little Michael.
Starting Michael.
Can I tell you what the third one was? The original was Frank Sinatra, but I felt like that's too easy. So I switched Frank for Prince.
Okay.
Like it originally was Jackson, Mercury, and Sinatra, but I couldn't tell you a Frank Sinatra song until I heard it. So I felt like that would have been too easy to cut Sinatra.
I guess I'm benching Freddie. I think I listen to Queen more than I listen to Prince.
Yeah, I think that's the route I go to. And besides that, I love Freddie. Let's see if I can.
But I'm starting Michael. That's like certain.
Yeah, that's fair.
So far, the only thing I've been certain about on most of these has been like either cut or start. Like, and it's never the same.
All right. Are you ready? You ready for this, Joe?
Yeah.
Well, we can end on this one. Ooh, actually, two more. Okay. Start, bench, cut. Digimon, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh.
You're a fucking monster.
And again, take it however you want it. You want to do card game, TV show. He's gonna cry in the car.
So there's a different one. There's a different one at the one spot for card game, for TV show, and for video game.
Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, Pokemon. And that in terms of card game, TV show, video game.
Yes. TV shows matter more to me. TV shows matter more to me. I loved Digimon, the TV show, as a kid. It was my favorite, like, of those. I loved it. Like, it was awesome. It also, like, they had some fun video games growing up.
Mm-hmm.
It never got as popular, but man, it was a cool premise. So I would go Digimon number 1. Number 2, I'm going Pokemon because I can't cut Pokemon, so I'm cutting Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's fair.
But
I would have started Yu-Gi-Oh and then cut or benched Pokemon. I would have cut Digimon.
yeah.
I think it's just a matter of which one got to you first, Digimon or Pokemon.
Yeah.
And
Well, Pokemon got to me first. It's just Digimon. It was so good.
yeah,
I
but
loved it as a kid.
I'm a couple years older than you, so Pokemon got me at the impressionable age.
Yeah.
I was like 6 and 7, or 6 turning 7 when Pokemon hit the U.S.
Yeah.
Like my first
I think
memory
I
of
was 4 when it came out.
my first memory of Pokemon was, well, in terms of my dad, he saw the first episode with Jigglypuff. And the first ever Pokemon pack of cards I ever had a holographic Venusaur in it.
Mm-hmm.
The very first pack. It was my grandparents got it for me for my birthday. Holographic Venusaur, and because I was young, dumb, and not quite yet full of cum, I traded it away for like 50 other cards. That now, in hindsight, it was dumb because
Yeah.
I've never seen another one.
Yeah.
What about theme songs? Oh, I should have said theme songs. That would have got you.
Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions.
It's time to do. I
God,
want to be the
they
very
were all
best,
so good.
like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test.
I think I'd cut myself
train
instead of
them
cutting them.
Train them is my cause.
Leave the podcast. I'm not making this decision.
Just end it. All right. Last one, maybe a little bit easier. Arcade games. I'll specify arcade games.
Okay.
Start, bench, cut. Tekken. Street Fighter. Mortal Kombat.
I played more Street Fighter. I'm starting that. And then I'm putting Mortal Kombat on the bench. And I'm cutting Tekken. Because Tekken, I think, came out after I was like kind of done playing those type of games.
Yeah.
Like I know it got really popular. I wasn't interested in that. I wanted to play first person shooters or sports games. So
that's fair. I think mine's the reverse. I did play Street Fighter, but I was a big Tekken guy, and that might also be impressioned on me because I did have Tekken on Super Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
So I played it at home as well. So maybe that's also influenced. But I played it at the arcades and stuff too. I also used to live down the street from a flea market. We went every weekend, just arcade for days.
See, I figured you would have had Mortal Kombat at one.
Oh no, yeah, Mortal Kombat's one. I was just referring Tekken and Street Fighter.
Oh,
I played Tekken more than Street Fighter, so I would have cut Street Fighter instead of Tekken.
Because Mortal Kombat for me was on the bench, but I was like, I think that'll be James' one. I'm surprised Injustice wasn't out there.
Oh, is there an arcade version of that?
Oh yeah, I played it.
Oh, see, I don't know. I guess I was just going classic.
I played it and I got a. So you get like almost like a card, like a game card, like a Pokemon card of the character you played as or whatever. If you beat like the thing.
Oh,
when I played it was pretty cool.
That is cool.
Oh. Yeah, I played as Bane, and I got a Bane card.
You know what? That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. And I never. That had to have been recently though, because I don't.
Yeah, it was in Sufu.
Yeah, because I haven't played at an arcade in a minute, like
a
big old minute. Well, I don't know. It was kind of fun. I'll get you with some better ones next week. More challenging ones.
I want to go listen to the Digimon, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh theme song all in a row.
Mash up all together. Just make your brain explode.
Yes.
They're like Digimon.
Open 3 different tabs of YouTube.
That can be our outro, just the beat of all of them combined.
It'd be chaos.
That would be dope, though. Um, but I think that's pretty solid. That's all we got. I don't think there's anything else other than the snooze fest. This is probably more interesting than the game tomorrow night. So watch this instead. Watch
In
this
all
back.
honesty, yes.
Yeah, come back. Watch this over. You'll have more fun watching us be stupid than you will watching the Steelers and Patriots play football. And it's just it is what it is. But as always, you can find us on everything: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube, all that stuff. Like, subscribe, comment, 5 stars, all that stuff. Yay. And I think Joe, because he always has to have the last word because he's so rude, right?
Fuck you. Asta.